Have you ever wondered what makes a president truly modern? What if I told you that one man redefined the presidency, paving the way for reforms that shaped America as we know it today? That man was Theodore Roosevelt. In this video, we'll dive into Roosevelt's transformative presidency. From breaking up powerful monopolies to protecting workers' rights and conserving America's natural treasures, Roosevelt's impact was monumental. By the end of this video, you'll understand why he's remembered as the first progressive and modern president. Let's start with the moment that unexpectedly propelled Roosevelt into the White House. It's 1901, and President William McKinley has just been re-elected. The country is at a World's Fair in Buffalo, New York, marveling at technological wonders when tragedy strikes. McKinley is shot by an anarchist, Leon Czolgosz, and 8 days later he succumbs to his wounds. The nation is in shock, but for Vice President Theodore Roosevelt, it's a call to action. At just 42 years old, Roosevelt becomes the youngest president in U.S. history. Known for his brash energy and love for the outdoors, he brings a vitality to the office that's unlike anything the country has seen. His leadership comes at a critical time, as Americans clamor for reforms to address social and economic inequality. With a strong resume, including stints as the governor of New York and assistant secretary of the Navy, Roosevelt is ready for the challenge. And the challenges came quickly, starting with one of the most significant labor disputes of the era. In 1902, 140,000 coal miners in Pennsylvania go on strike, demanding better pay and shorter hours. As winter approaches, coal prices skyrocket, threatening to leave families without heat. Roosevelt knows he must act, but how? Will he call in troops, as past presidents had done, or try something different? He chooses negotiation. Roosevelt brings both sides to the table and mediates a settlement. This approach, which he calls the square deal, emphasizes fairness for all, workers and business owners alike. It sets a precedent for federal intervention in labor disputes, showcasing his belief that government should work for the general welfare. But Roosevelt wasn't just about resolving disputes. He was ready to take on the giants of industry. Imagine a company so powerful it controls 60% of an entire industry. In 1901, that was U.S. Steel, the largest corporation in history at the time. Corporations like this wielded enormous power, driving down wages and stifling competition. Roosevelt knew something had to change. Using the Sherman Antitrust Act, Roosevelt took aim at monopolies. His first target? The Northern Securities Company, a railroad trust. In a landmark 1904 case, the Supreme Court ordered the company to be dismantled. This earned Roosevelt the nickname Trustbuster and solidified his reputation as a president, unafraid to take on big business. His efforts didn't stop with breaking up monopolies. Roosevelt believed in regulating industries to ensure fairness for workers and consumers alike. At the turn of the century, the railroad industry was rife with corruption, offering rebates to favored clients and charging exorbitant rates to smaller businesses. Roosevelt tackled this head-on with the Elkins Act of 1903 and the Hepburn Act of 1906, giving the Interstate Commerce Commission the power to regulate railroad rates and practices. But perhaps his most famous achievement in regulation came after the publication of Upton Sinclair's The Jungle. This shocking expose of the meatpacking industry revealed unsanitary conditions that horrified the nation. Roosevelt pushed for the Pure Food and Drug Act, ensuring federal standards for the safety of food and medicine. While Roosevelt was a champion of reform, his record on race relations was far more complex. In October 1901, Roosevelt made headlines and sparked controversy by inviting Booker T. Washington, a prominent African-American leader, to dine at the White House. This unprecedented act enraged many Southerners and highlighted the deep racial divides of the era. Although Roosevelt made symbolic gestures, such as appointing African Americans to federal positions, he failed to challenge the systemic racism, segregation, and violence that plagued the country. His actions, while groundbreaking in some respects, remained largely superficial. However, one area where Roosevelt's impact was undeniable was in his dedication to conservation. As a young man, Roosevelt spent 2 transformative years in the Dakota Territory, witnessing firsthand the effects of overgrazing and deforestation. These experiences fueled his passion for protecting the environment. As president, he created 150 national forests, 51 bird refuges, and 4 game preserves. He signed the Antiquities Act, safeguarding landmarks like the Grand Canyon. Working closely with Gifford Pinchot, he established policies to balance conservation with industrial use. Roosevelt's efforts earned him the title Conservation President, leaving a lasting legacy in America's national parks and natural resources. Roosevelt's presidency wasn't just about reforms, it was about redefining what it meant to be a president. Roosevelt transformed the presidency into a platform for bold action. He believed in using the office as a bully pulpit to push for reforms that improved the lives of everyday Americans. From labor rights to corporate accountability and environmental stewardship, his policies laid the foundation for the progressive era. By balancing economic, social, and environmental priorities, Roosevelt set the standard for modern presidential leadership, proving that government could be a force for good. If you got a lot of value out of this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell so you won't miss any future videos. Let us know in the comments which of Roosevelt's achievements you found most impactful. If you got a lot of value out of this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell so you won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.